Mpela challenge nnyo. When it comes to rap music, in most cases, boy, no ulirize nnyo. Nadala rap music aduka nga abasajja ba Dani B, Calligraphy Jeans, there is Sakodie. These people wainengeri je banguye ebigambo. Oyo negayo mulala mu South Africa. I'm just forgetting his name. He's also good at fast rapping. Eh? Kaspa University. Is it Kaspa waliwo oli omulala? Omutono nnyo okusinga Kaspa. Nasty. So the way you guys geje mutambula mu ebigambo, tambula kali ate ne babeerawo oluganda bamuyitani. Naye abyanguya nnyo bw'atyo. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You're fine.
You mentioned something about fighting vulgar music. I want to know what that's about.
You don't know about it?
No, I mean like I don't.
You don't know about it?
I could be having it among my personal goals, but when you said it, I'm interested in what you were hinting on.
Okay, for your information, the discussion that has been in the country for almost a month now, the cultural leaders, that is represented by Katikiro of Uganda, came out and started officially complaining about certain kind of music, certain songs officially. That is to say, Nkudi by Lily Puzzle is another song that I cannot mention by Gravity. I don't have to mention the name. So, I don't know what you have to say about that before you even say anything.
Honestly, this I can't specify which artist, but I believe it is actually a good point because where the trend is going, we are losing grip of the core, the original purposes to why we do music. It is supposed to be for the next generation. If the next generation comes in and they find such music, they wouldn't be inspired at all. If they would be inspired to go in the wrong direction. So I would second that really, but let me stop there for now. The journey will dictate my position on that because.
But then. Addition on that, before you even go depth in this interview, introduce yourself once again to the listeners, and then we shall have a further discussion about that.
You're tuned into Dani B music. This is Dani B representing Ugandan hip hop and R&B. That is my preferred language. I've been doing music for a while, and I recently dropped an album, about 15 tracks. It came in the mid of 2024, so that is what I'm here to sample you guys.
Okay, that is amazing. So what inspired this album? I remember the last time you came here, you told me that Msoga, you know what, I'm working on something. I'll be officially coming back to introduce what it really inspired the whole album, and basically you can point out some particular songs that maybe you emotionally you know, sometimes some kind of music just come, you can just look at Musoga and then you vibe and then you start doing something, you get something out of that. But then there are songs that really takes you feel like this is something deep from a particular moment.
Okay. Revelation is the name of the album. It is my second album after doing about 6 singles in the years back. I see music as a journey. It grows. I get better with each album, with each song. So this album is called Revelation because it hints into the future of my career and my goals. So it is like a sample of what is to come. Now we had Bond Extinction at the beginning, we had some singles, then now we have Revelation, which is showing what is going to come. So it is like a sample of what is coming. But
in most cases you find that these this kind of music is not given that much time in Uganda. So, but I no longer want to tell people that doing this kind of music is the wrong direction, because we've seen people that have been patient, but then at the end of the day, people get to discover that this kind of music is good. When you see, there's my brother Elijah Chitaka, who was doing this kind of music, and everyone was like, Vichebyo Vyakola. Joshua Baraka was also doing this kind of music, and everyone was like, Vichebyo Vyakola. But at the end of the day, when it breaks through, it takes you places that even bigger artists in the country, they have even never thought of being there. So what really keeps you going with this kind of music, besides the bias that people I don't want to say every people, but some people have about it?
No, it's I don't believe an artist should be swayed by what is on market, honestly. Okay, I'm speaking from an independent perspective because we have managed artists and we have the independent. When we're independent, I don't want to brag, but we do what we want. So
so you mean us who are in management, we are
stop there.
we are caged at particular things. Akati gwe gundi olina okuyimba nti batuleke ekigula kiza ove tufune sente.
Let's go back to the point. This music, it's meant to inspire, because if you do what everybody else is doing, it's not going to really shed light on what I want to inspire people to have in their hearts. I want to inspire people to do what they are best at, to not be swayed by what is on ground. And those are the things which bring about that other kind of music, because when the market demands such, even the artists are forced to produce such, and it's a circle like that. Yeah. So if you stick to your ground and you do you perfect your art from your perspective, it can really get the audience. In Uganda there are all kinds of audiences. I don't think that you can lack an audience for a specific kind of music. It's just reaching them that is the challenge.
The challenge is getting access and getting close to the audience that you're supposed to targeting.
Yeah, but it is there.
Okay, we have Dani B, and the conversation is gonna be like that. We have a conversation of a few minutes, and we go back to the music. This is called Surprise.
Yes.
Surprise. What are you surprising us with? Talk about this song, Surprise. Yeah, it's the next song I have on my list here. Surprise.
Okay, that is. I think it's mostly self-explanatory. When you take this path, people tend to go off because it's not that promising. So when you come back and you're surprising people, and you're like, "I've always been here. So what are you surprised about?"
So it's kind of like when they see you doing something this year and they feel like next year this man is gonna go it's gonna take another route, and then you surprise them next year. You still do what you know best. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a surprise coming in from Dani B off his new album called Revelation. Of his new album, Revolution. There's something that I want to know about this kind of music. Now, someone told me that the secret about this kind of music you people do is that there is a lot of money you get off internet. Because I was having a chit chat with one of the producers on Bebeko's new album. He's sounding me and a producer, and he told me, what, Musoga, what we know in Uganda is that to have what we really cherish is to have a hit song that is running, a pumping one in all bars. But there is a secret in that kind of music that can be listened, music that can be streamed. I heard you people get a lot of money. Is it true? Off streams and so on.
I think it depends on how big your presence is on streams. Yeah, the bigger it is, the more you can make. Though, that's just it.
It's about the numbers.
Yeah, the number of streams, the number of followers, all those things matter, because in the end, you have those statistics on these official artist channels. They show us those statistics, and you can see your streams, your viewers, your all those things, and they
reflect and give you the indication that this is what you've earned this month.
Yes.
So basically, it's about numbers.
Yeah, though I think also what my fellow artists should know is that there are also platforms that reward writers. If you publish your music properly online, you can also get some royalties from that. But it depends on how big you are, of course. That the bigger you are, the more you earn. So that's it.
There's something you've just talked about, and I think I was discussing it with a certain producer. Now, most of Ugandan artists, when they record a song, you need to see that in those streaming platforms, and let's say YouTube, Audiomack, Spotify, they register artist, let's say Chameleon, producer Chameleon, mastering Chameleon. You find that the whole project, everything goes back to Chameleon. Is this an agreement that you people make with the producers? Because at the end of the day, I heard that each and everyone that adds value to a song, maybe producer, what is sounding here, they're supposed to be put in is it called a spreadsheet?
In most circumstances, you register the producer, the artist, the composer, and writers. If it's the same artist doing all that, maybe he's doing everything, but I doubt. Usually, you're supposed to have all those people filled in. Because we have royalties that go to writers, the publishers, and then the ones that go to the artist. There's a way they split them.
Dani, in case of, let's say, I produce a song for an artist, or I wrote a song for an artist, and then when I check in the where he had in the receipt, is it called it's called what? There is a name, a particular. Is it a spreadsheet?
Let's call it a form for now. Let's just call it a form.
Okay, let's call it a form for now. So when I look at the form that is on the, let's say, Audio Marker or Spotify, my name is not there. Is there any way I can complain and then my name is added on that particular song? Like now, there's something I loved about the song. We shall talk about it later on when we're done with this interview. I saw Bebe Cool's Gundi of this Circumference song. It has the producer, Gundi, and even indicating even the country where they're coming from.
No, I think you have to work as a team, and you because it may not be the artist who is uploading that information. It depends on the person who's uploading the information, because for them they may not know that you're supposed to list the entire team. Yeah, so there's also another. Wait, do it before. I didn't imply that.
You have to say there is ignorance somewhere.
I didn't imply that.
Find someone like now. This is open. Good was complaining. Kenzo is my friend. But producer Ronnie was complaining about the Semiokozo song that Kenzo paid him. I think it was gave him over $1 and after that agenda okulaba mu gundi je form je tubadde twogerako tugambye tugiyite form agenda okulaba taliiwa antu wonna nenga he did the writing, he did the production part of the song.
Now, okay, the challenge comes maybe if you're working with someone for a long time, you should have an agreement. If the agreement stipulates that you share royalties, then that person is entitled to be put there. But you may find there are these back doors where if I pay you, I don't need to put you there. So it depends on the situation. But if it's a one-time person, it's also different.
But then there are certain awards now. When we go to awards like Grammys, of course, as a must, they will ask for a producer. There is no way you're going to convince them that you did everything. That is one thing that I love about the Grammys. When you go there for award nomination, as a must, they will ask you who produced this song. It cannot be you and you and you. There must be someone who helped you. Anyways, I'm still having a conversation which is musical with Dani B. Magic 100 FM is while listening to. It is the Saturday, bro. I want to make sure we are, of course, listening to his album. I think dachika zino zonna ze tusigaza dachika ziringa 23 tujja kuba tugenga through this album tulabe ya dependinze ku kyokubanga akola ebintu bino. Today's show is musical. Bobo ine ebintu byobuuza byonna birina kuba in kind of music, so you can get in touch with me. WhatsApp is 0702954776. You can as well call us live, and maybe if you have any questions for Dani B, we welcome them. Anyways, which other song is are you interested in?
Let's listen to They Know Not.
They Know Not.
Yes. Tebamani.
Tebamani. What do you mean by that? You see, They Know Not.
Okay, that one has a sort of biblical title because you remember that line that says where Jesus says, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." So I borrowed that line from a biblical perspective, but it's not a gospel.
So no, I get to know now. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're talking. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm the biggest man. They don't know what they're talking about, man. My name is Messiah Eccles. I'm premiering this one right here of the album called Revelations by Dani B. Magic 100 FM.
You should have studied literature.
Do you have any questions for Dani B as we continue with the conversation? It should be musical.
You have released an album I've seen of 18 songs.
15.
15? Yeah. 15.
I think that's around the standard.
Like, do you write them by yourself or?
Yeah, I compose my own music.
15 songs.
You see, one verse of Dani B can give us 5 songs of Lily Puzzle. My question is, How long do you take to write a one verse?
It depends on the vibe because and also the length, but sometimes it can hit you and you do it in a day, but you can split it and work across 2 days, or it depends really. It can even reach up to a week. Just be flexible with it. Now that's the advantage with being independent. I'm not rushed.
You do things at your
I
own.
take my time.
So you see like radio can go to studio and compose 3 songs in one day. Have you ever gone to a studio just passing by, then be like, first drop that instrument and then you start flowing and record stuff like that?
I'm more of a composer, but of course it depends on the kind of music you're doing. There's some kind of music which may not need to be so lyrical. If you're trying to convey a message.
No, but like trap. This is like trap, right?
This is less of trap. It's less of trap because
it's around trap.
Okay, near
trap. I know trap. It's something hardcore. You need to think.
Yeah, of course. But even artists have different formulas. There are some artists who prefer to do that. Actually, they wouldn't like to sit down and compose so much. So it depends on the artist's way of doing things. Now, for me, I prefer to compose it and have it.
So you say this album is about your future.
Yeah.
So,
it's about what's coming next, coming out.
So they don't know. It's trying to say that whoever is there, if you are there, you
we're
don't
about
know
to start.
what is coming for you. So I really want to appreciate the sound is good.
Yeah.
I don't know who produces your music.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Who produces your
This
music?
is Selo Records. It's in Salama.
Salama.
Selo Records. Yeah.
Marking.
Yeah. He's an old guy, by the way. He's called Rocky Thunder.
Yeah.
But he's not in our age bracket. He's up there.
Yeah.
That is why he has this keen attention to those details in sound.
The sound is very good.
He was raised in those days of doing those ways of producing music. There's a difference when you listen, when you see the way someone who has come from far, how they do their things.
Oscar Yangu. But you people heard what he said. The producer.
They were raised in those ways of producing that sound.
In those days of producing music. So whatever is happening now.
I'm not implying anything. I don't know.
So that's what you mean right now. The producers that we have, they are joking.
No, they are good. They are very good.
What do you mean when the puzzle goes there? Hey.
I didn't imply
But
anything.
actually, not only that, there are producers in Uganda kati lipazo tasobola yimirira maaso ga Steve Jean namugamba mbwango Steve tukole oluyimba ayinza n'omugobesero. So Oscar, I don't know whether you have any questions for Dani B before we listen to Calculator. You calculate what?
Okay, Dani B, in most cases when artists produce when they produce out these albums ngakulika enyimba nyingi, it's very rare to find an artist nga ku album yafunyeko hit songs eziwere big or isatu.
True.
Because in most cases they are more promoting. Which logic do you have behind that you will use to promote these songs I want to take it?
Of course, giving them videos helps, because when you're giving, as an artist, when you're giving your songs videos, you prioritize those which have a bigger audience. You first test the audios and see which are welcomed more. So you select and then you give those videos. Then the videos can help push those songs. So now, if it depends on your budget. If you have enough, you can give all of them videos. But when you're working, like now, me, I'm independent. I'm the one working and I'm the one putting in the money.
You are the management yourself.
Yeah, I have to work and then I put in because the thing has to move, you get? Yeah, so we select and then you push those ones using a video and you focus on those ones. But I think, yeah, that is my strategy. The rest, you can give them some visualizers and lyric videos just to have them, listen to. Because we have an audience that goes online and looks for the music. Then we have that one which sits and waits for it to be delivered via TVs and radios. So these ones who sit and wait, they will obviously receive the ones you've pushed most, and there will be few. But you're going to have that audience which is interested in going and finding all the songs, and they select for themselves.
Okay. In Uganda, our audience in Uganda tebana bako appreciating too much hip hop. Katate to make matters worse that the stay Jose na yo Arizona. Ebintu ebyo tebatera bitegeera wanene.
Mr. Eclipse.
Yes.
You have to the first step is to promote. Once you promote, of course, you're going to be able to select, to identify your audience. And the good thing with being independent, I see the statistics online, and I can know the geography of people, the kind of people who are listening to my music. Then I zoom in on those ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is just audience selection. Yeah.
That is amazing. That is from Dan B. Let's listen to Calculator. I don't know whether he's calculating what. Let me first listen to the song and then have Dan B. And this is a Calculator. Now I don't know whether Calculator, calculating achi, Calculator, gambo bingi nnyo.
To my surprise, sina we mpite kigambo calculator wona.
Why don't you use it?
Mani ize mulebe kigambo calculator wechiri.
Tawulidde kigambo Calculator wantu wonna.
Kiwulide. Tuition bamutya. Abafisi namulya.
Kati sasira omuzadde nga sasira omuzadde bw'aba ali ku TV ng'awuliriza. N'awuliriza nga litabanyirye. Lyasomeseze paka ku university. Teriwulidde Calculator mu luyimba.
Era ali ku kimu yamwokya.
Kiwulide kati.
Magic 100 FM. You can also join the conversation. Ask any question to Dani B. We're left with only 10 minutes. Mumusajja mute aba sports nabo bajje baweereze gwanga. Bangambi waliwo omupiira ogujja. So you keep it magic. Sports and music is our life. Netukube endongo mpola mpola. Ale netukusanyusa ne musaidi y'omupiira namwo ne tubasortinga. Ne mubanga radio yammwe ebawache mwagala. At your convenience. Big shout out to you, manager all radios. Kansubireti, oli bulungi nnyo my boss. Hope you're having a good time. Manager all radios. Masawa wagulo manyi ba boss boy no babuzaako. Baba kugoba ngomugamba naye nga nkutumira. Owa tokiriza boss okuteekawo mbeere ekugoba. Bwaba wandika litano kati memo wandise yaki nankutumira buli lwembeera kutumira nsonyiwa najjukira nti wabula omwana antumira. So big shout out to you, manager all radios. God bless you. And of course to our main boss, CEO, UBC Media Company. Raja upon yourself. Big boss. Mr. Morris, deputy. Big up on yourself. Big boss. Anigwe sinatumira. Chala. A big shout out to you. Big up on yourself, Madam Chala. Both of you. Ngasisoso demu. Chinyankole chinyankole. Chibadde chinyankole chichi. Jako echo chinyankole chichi. Chisoga. Dani B bali mu videos. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to have 10 minutes of entertainment news. I'm left with 7 minutes for Dan B. We're still having a conversation. Calculator talks about what, and then we shall of course roughly talk about the other songs on the album. But ladies and gentlemen, keep it magic 100 FM. We shall be maybe dropping 2 every day. Mushare Sugar, that is MC Sugar. Mu evening show tujja kuba tudropping enyimba bidi mpaka album yo nemu najuulira mpola negwayo. Calculator talks about what? Musajja agambye ekigambo kyawulemu kiri kimu Calculator.
I think it's more of a show of a song on the album. It's the one that truly samples what is coming next. The Calculator, it stems from my personality as a person, and I can disclose that I like to calculate most of the things I do because I do a lot. I'm not bragging. But I've been like which things that I have to make move at the same time. I'm moving this job, I'm moving this job, I'm moving this job and this one. So it all involves calculations. That's what the song is basically trying to shed light on.
Okay. That's why I was asking, when you're not doing music, what do you do as a person? Because
my 9 to 5. I do audit and accounts. mostly audit, but I also do chauffeur driving. So and some other side things.
Count. You people had that?
Yeah.
Count. So
Hip hop needs when you are.
Good at counting.
I think are you busy this evening?
No, I'm not.
So after here, I think I will take you out on your bill. But we shall do good.
Yeah.
We go together. You pay for all of us.
Is it because I said accounting?
Hey, I had accounting somewhere, you see. That's why I was also a big shout out to you, finance manager, you see. I'd forgotten you. This age. What's wrong with my age? We are going for Christmas. Eh? I want to send a big shout out to everyone that has given me a Christmas gift. Hi Musoga, thank you for being nice to me this year. Have this. It's your Christmas.
For what?
Yes. Yes, yeah, I'm waiting for that. But then what I have now, is that by the one of the students, one of my classmates called me and was like, Musoga, you were nice to me. Good Christmas. I don't have a lot, but by the way, she sent me 20K. And she said, I don't have a lot, but I appreciate your time. You used to be there for me when I had nothing. But that is a calculator. She knows Musoga there mukoneza lunch. And you see, bachi tukoze bubi semester tandikanga 10 January. Kati ababala lunch ya next year.
Yes, that's what I discovered from girls. They are so calculative. Omuwala y'omuntu agamba, you know Skawat? Kwate tano zino. Naye nga akimanyi bwana akusaba yencha ajja kusaba omutwalo.
Kati ye yakasuse echebi.
Segera. Kati
so kwesa aganga semester eweddeyo naye yanga mitwalo.
Aganga mitwalo 10.
Kati abaleri eddako. Manyi egenda tandikanga January
bagamba teka sente wolaba.
Magic 100 FM is what I'm listening to. So Dani B, if there is something you would like to change about the music industry today, what would that be?
I want, if I'm to change something, I think it has to be the perspective of upcoming artists. You need to have a perspective that is driven towards the coming generation, not the current one, because if the current one drives you, you're going to mess up in terms of lyrics, in terms of content, and that is what puts Ugandan music. Ugandan music is standard; it meets the standards, but there are small things that put it down, put it behind this. When you're measuring a song, even in awards, when they're measuring a song, they don't just look at quality; they look at lyrical content. The way it inspires people. They have judges to zoom in on all those things. So if you're just making music to make people jump up and down, that really must change.
That is for a time, for a meantime.
Okay, I'm not restricting it. We can have it once in a while, but you find that everybody is doing the same thing and they are all after the same vibe. So we need to have that kind of weight in our lyrics, in our in our direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kale, those following us on Gagmail TV, thank you so much. You can subscribe. After subscribing, share, and of course let more people come and join this conversation. And then what we can do after this interview, you can of course look for Dani B, the YouTube channel, and you follow him, get to understand the kind of music he does. Instagram?
Yeah, because I handle all my social media.
Hey, you can also reach out, and baby, if you want to complain, feel free. Dani B. Well, you can also appreciate, I love the way people appreciate. Content creator feka. People appreciate someone because one call the interview blood. What's your mobile money? No, that's how people appreciate nowadays. So that's why I was sending a big up to everyone that appreciates like that. That is the best motivation. Dani B, how are you? This song is nice. Kakukostinga meko ka producing $1 million. Okay, read me your account. That's amazing. It's a big support that we need. Dani B, is there something that you would like to talk about that we've not maybe talked about courtesy of this album?
I just want to encourage people to tune in, get inspired. This music is to inspire you to take your own direction, groom yourself, and make sure you've reached the best version of yourself. I'm talking not only to the artists, but even anyone in the creative world, because it is very wide. We don't move with what is on now. I don't like people telling me this is on, this is on. No, do get your real self and boost your full self, boost to your fullest potential. Realize your fullest potential. That's what music is about, inspiring the next generation. And once we are done, we go away.
Okay, that is amazing. Coming in from Dani B. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Musoga Eclipse. I'm gonna go back to DJ Lights. Let's listen in from Dani B. 2 songs. When we come back, we shall go back to DJ Lights, and then we come back. The Ebonies had a concert yesterday. The Ebonies had a concert yesterday. That was Mr. Oscar representing Magic 100 FM. Will be on the microphone to let us know what really happened. And then at the same time, Dr. Jose Chameleon is flying out on Monday to USA for further medication. So just keep it Magic 100 FM. I just want to let you know that DJ Lights will also be playing at Tondeka Chwatule Boxing Day. So if you're a big fan of DJ Lights, just make sure you go to Tondeka Chwatule Boxing Day. He'll be there representing, matching up the players them, and of course you can't forget me. I'm gonna be there. That is a self-explanatory. I'll be there representing. If you've always wanted to meet me and maybe say something to me, you can of course come and represent with me. Saturday Variety Mix is well listening to. This is A War Never Ends by Dani B. When we come back, we shall be of course looking at those stories that I've hinted on.